Hunter saves it. Hunter Hughes is coming around. Here comes Colton Garner. It's Hunter Hughes!
Turn 4 for the final time. Who's got more ponies? Checkered flag out. Bluegrass 150 goes to Ian Miller.
And welcome back to the Daily Driven Podcast, guys. As always, I'm your host, Nick Zammit.
Good, get the name out there. It's like, hey, Joseph Newgarden, you're the guy with the sperm commercial. Yeah.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to the final iRacing Endurance Team GT Sprint Series Race of the Year from Suzuka Circuit. And I'm DJ Fluck, and I'm joined alongside Connor Fuge once again. And even though the graphic actually needs to be updated, Taka is not here. So we'll get to Connor here in a minute. We're going to meet the endurance team. We've got Derek Booker, we've got Colton Gardner in the house, and some friends. So we're going to check it out. Yeah, wow, good start. Good start to my Friday night. We're going to check on that here in a moment. All right, Suzuka Circuit. It's going to be a 60-minute sprint. Everyone's heading to the grid here in a moment, and we will get started very quickly. 3.608 miles or 5.87 kilometers. This is the home of the 1,000 kilometer race that we are in preparation for. So I'm going to go back to the screen, and good evening, Connor.
What's up, DJ?
All right, I got the volume turned up this time, so people should be able to hear you this time. Yeah, I was listening to it, and it's like, I think he's loud enough. And I go back and watch it, like, shoot, no, he was too quiet. Nobody said anything. Come on, people in the chat. Say something. Derek said first. Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek. All right, so we're going to be meeting the group here in a moment. Not sure what we're waiting for. I guess we are going to the grid right now. And drivers have about a minute to get out there. Boy, it's quiet out there. I don't see any drivers going to the grid. I hope my connection's still working.
The only one that's out there for me is Bill.
I don't see anybody. What is going on? Let's make sure that I'm live here. I am live. All right.
All the cars are gridded on my screen.
Yeah, why am I not? I don't see anybody. Wait, I got a problem here. We got a problem here.
What camera are you on?
I'm on TV1. I'm looking right at the grid, and there's nobody there. This is an awesome start to our broadcast this evening. What is going on? There we go. What the heck? I went to TV2. All right, there's everybody now. Let's meet the drivers, finally. All right. Starting up front, newcomer Tyler Cheney driving the 54. He'll be joining us in Wednesday Night Dash this year. Followed by Jacob Barker from Wednesday Night Dash in the number 2. And in third, we've got Colton Garner in his usual 40, followed by Derek Booker driving the number 3 tonight. And Bill Mulfield in his usual 911 with his very patriotic scheme Corvette with his Tennessee logo on there. Of course he does. So that was really strange. I don't know what happened. I'm scrolling around and finally it went to everybody. So, all right, let's get back up there. Safety car coming around.
And he goes.
And we are underway. Tyler Cheney leading him up to the first turn.
Bill on the inside, or not Bill, that's Booker on the inside of Jacob. And Jacob just let him by.
Following in the chopper here.
Oh, and the wet racetrack took out Jacob.
Yes, it did. It's all right. He's back on track. No harm, no foul.
Yep.
Derek Booker moving into second. Sitting right there with Tyler Cheney.
And this is Tyler's first time in the GT3 car too.
Get out.
He just bought that car today.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I saw he just hit a D license recently, so
Yeah, no, he just bought that car today, just bought the track. His only practice was the 30-minute session.
wow.
But he is making a gap away from Derek right now.
Yeah, he's looking really, really good. We're gonna jinx him. Yeah, you can see a
We might.
little bit of water on the track there still, but we got a 2 times clock going on, so it's gonna be 2 times real time. It's about a 6.5 hour race for the 1,000 kilometers. So we
Yep, we jinxed him.
We jinxed him. Yeah.
Oh, he saved it pretty well
He
though.
saved it. He certainly did. Go back and watch that.
But just to be fair, he had to slow down a bit for that coming up turn, so you know.
That was Jacob spinning. All right, Derek Booker in the lead as we come around for lap number 2 this evening. Boy, did you watch that? Watch any of the finale weekend for NASCAR?
I did not. I think I was busy working on paint schemes.
Wild weekend. Yeah, we didn't have so Eric's situation. It's difficult for him to record at night, so which we usually did. So we've been trying to record in the morning, and just with the time difference, his kids, you know, he's got an infant. It's hard to. Like we were trying to record at like 5:30 my time when I was, you know, before we did the time switch, and that was really difficult. You could see that I was struggling in the last couple of weeks, just how slow I'm talking. It's like, yes, you can tell it's 5:30 when we're recording this.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we're gonna try to get 1 or 2 more episodes in this year, and then we'll be back hopefully next year into our regular evening recording schedule and back in the normal routine. Barker crashed again.
Ooh, yep.
Let's go back and check that out. Got the corner. Got a little bit of rain.
Yeah, cut the corner and just mix with water and gassing it up a bit too early.
A little bit of. Man, Tyler's looking really good out there. Even with the little bit of
Yeah.
little issue out there.
I mean, he closed the gap to Derek to like less than half a second.
Whoa! Derek's off track. It's okay. You got it. Bill Mulfield coming up in third.
And Tyler takes the lead back.
So I was saying before on the championship weekend, you know, at Phoenix Raceway, it's the last time Phoenix is going to host the championship for probably a few years. So they go to their rotating schedule, but you know they put on a fantastic event there. You know, obviously the on-track stuff has been very hit and miss, and the end of both the Xfinity and the Cup season were extremely controversial.
Yeah.
There was some
I heard what happened at the Cup for the Cup race, and a little bit for the Xfinity race, and it's a shame for the Xfinity side of things at least that Connor Zillage did not win that.
Tyler Cheney moves ahead of Derek Booker. This is going to be a good battle to watch all night, I think.
Yeah.
Connor Zillage passed by Jesse Love with 25 laps to go and his 10 wins, and nothing. Walks away empty-handed.
Connors can't have anything nowadays.
No, they can't. He actually, you know, what's crazy is obviously Justin Allgaier is very, very popular in the Xfinity Series and has been for a long time, or will be the O'Reilly Series next year, and he passed Connor for the lead. I can't remember, late stage 1, early stage 2, and the place went nuts. They loved it. But yeah, Jesse Love walks away as the champion, which I don't think too many people saw that coming. Especially his first stage was really bad. He did not look good out there at all. And you know, it's a long race. They make adjustments, and you know, good for him. He played the game.
Yeah.
But man, poor Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
You got people that don't even like Denny feeling terrible for him. And
I mean, he led so many of those laps.
You know, and it just, you know, and they talked about it's like, oh, well, if he saw that Larson was going for 2 tires, why didn't he? And it's like, well, they pumped up the tire, you know, the tire pressure was higher for the restart, and if he would have done 2, that would have messed things up. And
Yeah.
they were committed to 4, and they went for
There's a lot of strategy that goes into pit stops.
Yeah, it's not just 2, 4, go. But
yeah,
you know, and look, he did have a good run, but you know, on the restart, but Logano was in his way, and he just, you know, after that, you're like, uh-oh, he's not going to win it. You know, then once Larson kind of held it through turn 2 there, you're like, oh, man, Kyle Larson's going to steal one, and he certainly did. But there was a clip from a Carl Edwards interview when he was talking about all the factors he considered when he retired and just the format, and he's like, it's like, I'm going to put my family and my body through a whole season of racing only for it to all come down to one late restart in the final race. It's going to decide it. And then that's exactly what happened this weekend.
Yep. I liked watching Carl Edwards do backflips.
I was always like, oh, please don't fall.
Ooh. Oh, well, they both decided to take the off track. Got it. Tyler and Derek both broke really late for that turn and just overshot it.
We got Garrett and Chris in the chat. Why don't race car drivers eat before they race? I don't know, Chris. Why?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. They're having a nice little conversation going on in there.
I had the timing screen blocking the chat, and I just happened to see the back and forth. So yeah, impromptu Garage Talk live tonight since no episode today. But My yeah, my weekend was at the track was interesting. You know, the Xfinity tickets for kids are free, and the pit passes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, the pit passes were like $11 or something like that. And
Oh.
my kids get really antsy, and they're actually getting worse as they get older because they don't want to be there. And so we were gonna leave them with a babysitter, and just me and my wife go and leave them at home. My wife doesn't want to be there either, but she can at least sit through it.
Yeah.
And about 15 minutes before the babysitter was supposed to show up, the app that we use to book, she messages apologizing to my wife for that she has to cancel because her mother died that morning.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my, like, oh, that's horrible. And just, you know, you feel gutted. And it's just like, you know, then the babysitting service is calling us, and you're like, are you flexible? We could try to get somebody out to you. And, you know, we still had the tickets. We were just going to eat them. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're kids' tickets. It's not like I give them to somebody else. They specifically say, like, juniors on them.
Yeah.
So it's like 10 minutes before we're leaving. One of my kids was mad because, you know, she wasn't going to go, even though she didn't want to go, but she was still mad that she wasn't going to go. And I'm like, well, guess what? You got your wish. Get your shoes on. We're leaving in 10. Go, go, go.
Well, your kid's like Kyle Larson, right? Or at least one of them does?
Yeah, one of them does. So, yeah.
So I'm sure one of them was really happy.
Yeah, it was, you know, for Sunday, sure. We got through
Chris,
two stages.
Chris finished his joke in the comments.
So they don't get indigestion. Knee slapper.
All the two Porsches side by side. This is a really good battle up front.
It really is. I mean, we're kind of ignoring it. It's fun. This is not like, this is not technical commentary. This is not, you know, it's as much banter as it is anything, and that's
Yeah.
it's a unique coverage in that sense. And you know, we had 7 people tuning in a few minutes ago, and appreciate everybody tuning in this evening. And you two, why aren't you in here?
I'm sure I'll get a an answer from Chris here in a second, audibly.
Yeah, just Derek and Tyler back and forth. Bill's sitting 5
Yeah.
seconds back, but this has just been such a great battle to watch.
And then Jacob got up in front of Colton.
Oh, he did. He caught him. Although, talk about great battles, how about that, that race Wednesday night?
Oh, dude. that race Wednesday was fun.
Well, number one, I have to thank John Miles. He messaged me I said, we're not going to broadcast it. Our usual broadcaster's not available, and so we're not going to broadcast it. So I was just going to, like, pop a replay into YouTube and just upload it. And John's like, if you show me what you know, Monday, like, morning, he texts me. He's like, Discord, he's like, hey, if you show me what I need to do, I'll take a shot at it. I'm like, hey, by all means, go for it.
John did really good.
He really did. I'm really thrilled. Yes, Chris, we want you in here. This is practice.
Garrett's answer to why he's not here is probably the greatest.
I just saw Chris's answer. I gotta scroll back up. I'm not here because of Chili's happy hour. Battlefield 6.
Greatest answer.
I had Chili's last night, actually. Thanks, Carson Hostfar.
Rather dente.
Yeah. But yeah, so John, I get on a Discord call with John on Monday night for about an hour and a half. I get him in OBS. I send him all my, like, profiles and everything, graphics, and Garrett rode the Dente tonight. Chili's, our lines are open if you want to sponsor us. Your chips are awesome, by the way. I've got leftover chips actually. I'm gonna go eat those
Stadium Scenes Wednesday Night Dash presented by Chili's.
We'll even do the make everybody sing the Baby Back Ribs song before they, it's like as fast as Xfinity Internet.
Baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce. But yeah, so John, like we're on the phone or on Discord for like an hour plus on Monday, and I'm just like, all right, so this is how you use it, this is how you go through, this is kind of the strategy I take as far as like introducing drivers and bouncing around. So I gave him this whole broadcasting crash course in like an hour. And he's like, all right, he's like, I think I got it. I'm like, excellent. So yeah, shout out John Miles.
Perfect.
Really appreciate that. You did a phenomenal job first time out there. So glad the world got to see the 456.
Yeah,
That was something.
the Legacy Gen 6 car a lot slower than the current Gen 6 car.
The Legacy Gen 6 car was sitting there like dragging against spark.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too. But the 2020 Gen 6 car had a better launch.
It did.
It had a higher top speed, a better aero package.
Yep. That was a good 2 seconds lap faster by itself.
Yeah.
Nick Warboy, we were in the Discord chat, and he was following one of the older Gen 6s, and he's like, all I see are orange sparks in front of me. I can't see anything else.
I don't think he was ever he might have been behind Dawson, I don't think he was behind me at one point, ever.
With your Larry Bird paint.
My Larry Bird paint.
I wonder if Larry Bird still owns that Ford dealership.
See, it's perfect.
Let's see.
Yeah, and then the COT cars. That race dominated. I remember I was working with Jacob because I didn't think I had a chance to win, but Jacob definitely did, and he did win.
He did win the class.
But I was pushing Jacob to try to get past Bill, and then all of a sudden here comes the pack of Gen 6 cars. And so we have to, split like the Red Sea.
The best
so that they could all fly through.
The best part though was with the COTs and like your brother. We're running like 48-second laps in the Gen 6. The Gen 4s are running like 52, 53-second laps.
They're limping. They're just happy to be there.
And then here comes your brother out there and runs a 40-second lap around Daytona.
Yeah.
He was going like 224 at one point.
Yeah, no, when we did our practice, I think they got it up to 230.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah.
But the best part is when we had our first restart, because all the COTs got in a wreck. And then
they're all behind everyone.
Yeah, so they're all in the back, and you just see them kind of plow their way through there to get to the front, and then off they go.
The COT cars also had a lot less gas in the tank compared to the other cars. They had to make 2 pit stops to make sure they had enough on gas.
No kidding. I don't know. I thought like Eric and I were kind of laughing about this. We should just throw a bunch of different generations of NASCAR Cup cars out there and just see what happens. And
I think next time we should do the 87 and the COT.
we actually had a multi-class a couple years ago. We went to the old Atlanta to finish out, and we did. What was it? It was trucks, the 87s, and maybe the old ARCA car.
That sounds nightmare. You should have put the Legacy Gen 4 car in the Gen 4 class too.
Oh yeah, the modified ARCA car. I can't remember now. what that third one, but nobody did the 87s. Everybody else jumped in.
Really?
Yeah, not a single person took an 87 out there.
I would have hopped in the 87. I like the 87s. They were fun. Tyler takes the lead back though.
Yes, he does. Hey, John Miles in the house in the chat. John, you missed your shout out.
Yeah, I think we found a backup broadcaster in case
I told him, I said, we're going to try to bid outside jobs next year. I said, if you want in on that, you know, you're more than welcome to join the list. So, trying to expand the content, but I don't want to manage any more series because it's hard enough to, well, Eric manages the indie, but, you know, and I manage Wednesday, and we kind of split on bottom split, which, yeah, that's not too bad.
Next season of that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think we're going to do 2 8s for bottom split next year. Eric and I have like a tentative calendar put together, but some of the things lining up. Like we're trying to avoid 4 race weeks, which happened a couple of times.
Yeah, that definitely happened. I remember those weeks.
Yeah, where we're doing Monday, Tuesday. Well, my wife is like, "You're doing it 4 nights this week?" I'm like, yeah, that was kind of an accident. Let me see.
And then there was also the point where me, Chris, and JP, we were in another ARCA league on Mondays, and so we would.
And then you'd run.
Yeah, so we'd go from that and run bottom split. I think the first time it happened, we ran Lime Rock in the ARCA cars, and then right after we ran like Auto Club, I think.
They need Scott in the booth for the endurance races. Just have the British accent. It does. You get the endurance race, you gotta have the British accent. It just gives you.
That is true.
It gives it. Oh, close one for Derek.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There was another doubleheader, and Chris won both races that night. It was Iowa and Texas.
Oh, that Texas race was. That was my podium, where I drove through a car. I drove through a car and had no damage. I'm like, how? Like that's the first time that that has ever happened to me. Like, cause I'm always getting turned where the car's like 3 feet away from me, and you know I wreck, and it's like, wait a minute, that's bogus. And net code in my favor. So far, the only 2 races I can confirm is January 7th. We're gonna kick Wednesday Night Dash off at Chicagoland. We did not go to Chicagoland a single time this year for Wednesday. And I
like Chicago.
I do. I do too. It's. I mean, the thing is, like, you get Chicagoland, you get Kansas, you get Kentucky in there. They're all. I mean, they are, but they're not the same. But it's just like we didn't want to overload with the, you know, the cookie cutter mile and a halves.
Yeah, I think Bill just spun out.
He did. Put the replay. Woo! Oh, and he backs it into the wall.
Yikes!
If I was a Corvette owner, I would be crying right now. Well, good thing about this series is we have unlimited fast repairs.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna give us unlimited fast repairs for the Wednesday race.
I had to keep some order. I mean, it's only 40 laps. Look how much damage can we do?
I mean, yeah, but you also didn't realize how fast the COT cars were compared to the rest of the field.
I didn't fully anticipate that. Yes, that was an oversight on my part. Yeah, but the second part, the second confirmed track on the Wednesday Night Dash schedule next season is we will be going to Mexico City for our road course. We're gonna get Mexico in.
Yeah, I thought it was me and Chris thought it was gonna be that with you know hinting at it.
Yeah, that was my not so subtle hint. Yeah, well, I did that for the truck season where I posted a screenshot of a truck at Lime Rock Park just randomly one night, and like nobody reacted to it at all. Like, I told you guys like 3 months ago I was gonna do this. But yeah, I mean, I think the schedule is largely in place starting the 7th, and we'll close out the Cup season around March 25th.
And you made sure that this time there's no week 13 races.
I mean, Eric put the calendar together this year because apparently I can't count. So so we've got week 13 blocked off. I don't know how that happened last year. I mean, the only, remember that one year where the schedule got off and they did a week 14? It's like, as long as they don't pull that on us somewhere.
I think that was before I started doing iRacing.
Yeah, they because you're doing 13 weeks, and 13 times 4 is not, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It starts shifting over time. I guess that is 52, but they're not exactly lined up. So eventually it starts shifting, and so I think it was last year, they did a 14-week season. To kind of shift the calendar. It was like their leap year.
Yeah.
But our tentative start date for Indy is going to be February 25th. We're going to have some tune-up racing before that. And our tentative start date for bottom split is going to be February 18th. We're just going to get Wednesday Night Dash kicked off. And then we've got Daytona, which is our big endurance event that we always have really good participation in.
Because everyone knows Daytona.
Yeah, right. So Derek's pulled ahead on a 3-second lead over Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler got a little loose out of a corner, so.
I mean, we're only halfway there. We got a ways to go.
Yeah.
Go check out Jacob crashed again. Let's go take a look at that.
Both Garrett and Chris are making either suggestions or predictions for the Cup season.
Let's see.
Garrett's saying Nashville, and Chris is saying North Wilkesboro. I think Wilkesboro would be a great Fuge Spray track.
the last we've only been to North Wilkesboro one time ever, and it was when we were still racing the old ARCA cars in Wednesday Night Dash before we shifted that around, and there was one point where Colton got himself sideways, and like I don't know how I didn't hit him. So they want Nashville and they want North Wilkesboro. And I'm like, you know what? Tentatively, I'm completely.
John wants Martinsville back.
No, not in the Cup.
I think Garrett can get behind that. That's where he got his first win.
He did. And that was the race where we decided we need to start turning more cautions on and face this start.
Yeah.
But hey, but I can tell you that 2 out of 3 of those suggestions are tentatively on this schedule. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now.
All right, well, sorry, North Wilkesboro, you didn't make the cut. Now, I will say...
Garrett's like, yes, Martinsville. I mean...
I will say, Lime Rock in the ARCA cars is really fun.
Really? Should I make that the road course for bottom split?
Yes.
Is right.
But
right?
not the uphill chicane, though.
Oh, the classic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when we scheduled this... they said that they were going to do that, the uphill chicane, and then they decided, like, a few weeks later, they're like, oh yeah, just kidding, no, we're doing the classic. I'm like, well, thanks guys. Then iRacing didn't have a setup ready.
Yeah. Our open fix setup race.
Yes, the open fixed. Sometimes you gotta. Tyler stopped
Looks like
in.
Tyler's getting some tires.
Yes, he did. Let's check it out. Coming down pit lane. I have to assume Derek's gonna be stopping here soon. I mean, I don't speak Japanese, so I can't understand the PA announcer. But just next time you're on a track, listen very carefully to what the PA announcers are saying, and some of it's really funny.
It kind of reminds me of I used to play Rainbow Six Siege with my friends a lot, and there's a map where there's just a guy yelling on a speaker just not to board the helicopters.
Rainbow Six Siege. When did that one come out? So I played the original Rainbow Six. I actually have the original Rainbow Six for the original PlayStation. And like the add-on was like Rogue Spear or something like that.
2015.
I think I last played Rainbow Six with Rainbow Six 3, I want to say. It's been a while. I was talking to somebody today about how how big Counter-Strike is still, and it's like Counter-Strike's been around for I was playing Counter-Strike in high school.
They made a sequel.
Yeah. I was playing the original Counter-Strike in 2002-ish. Will Derek stop? No. He continues on. Halfway through. Yeah, alright, so we will put, right now I'm looking at my tentative schedule, and bottom split right now, it just says week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So
it's just empty.
I have the dates, I don't have the tracks. Usually I have the tracks picked out and I don't have the dates.
We should also run Old Atlanta.
Old Atlanta is fun. Do they have a setup for that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Eric's got the IndyCar schedule put together already. I'm looking at it right now. Nothing too surprising on this. But I said for the fall season, I said you should throw something in there like Interlagos or Spa.
Spa would be fun.
Spa and an IndyCar could be a lot of fun.
If Spa happens in an IndyCar, you might see me in an Indy race.
Well,
I'm gonna hate making the paint scheme for it because I want to go, the extra mile, but I might.
I think I'm happy with the Wednesday Night Dash schedule. I don't think I'm happy with the order, though.
What's a track that might be there? Let's see if I can make a guess and hit it.
All right, I'm not gonna give you the whole schedule, but if the next one you guess is correct, that's on here right now, I will tell you.
Okay.
But you only get one guess though. That's
that's
where I'm drawing the line.
Yeah.
So far we have Chicagoland, we have Mexico, and then 2 out of the 3 between Nashville, North Wilkesboro, and Martinsville.
Are we going to Miami?
No,
Oh man.
no, not this season. It's we. So here's my other thing is that I try to not go back to the same unless it's like one that is just an absolute favorite. Yeah. Okay. So here's my strategies. We go one super speedway, one road course every time. And for the super speedways, you probably figured out we alternate go Daytona, Talladega, Daytona, Talladega. So we went to Talladega.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Daytona. I'm gonna end up revealing the whole schedule by the end of this podcast. But so the other one that if you probably have noticed, is that we alternate between Michigan and Auto Club.
Ah.
So, I mean, I've already given you like probably 60% of the schedule.
I mean, hey, we're gonna find out eventually.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Might as well slowly tease it up a little bit,
like,
you know?
I think, like I said, I think this is good. We just want to make sure that we don't overload the schedule, and because right now we have the only one I'm a little on is the race that we line up the week we're going to do Sebring on Friday night. That may end up having to be a 3 race in a week, but they're not. Well, let's just say they're not difficult races. You know, they're not difficult to prep for.
What's a basic race? What's a basic track? I mean, Kansas is pretty basic. Kansas was my first official win too. I wouldn't be mad about Kansas.
Kansas always seems to go over really well with the group. Whoa,
It's a simple track that everyone can learn easily. So
and especially when you do Kansas at night and you can really rip that wall, man. That is a lot of fun as a night race.
And plus, making shiny paint schemes for night races is so fun.
Yes, I agree. Looks like Barker has withdrawn from the session.
Yeah.
I'm just bouncing back between the chat here. When are we going to do the Montegi Oval? You know what? I actually thought about putting the Montegi Oval into the schedule, but there's not a setup for it for the next gen.
You know what I'm excited for?
What's that?
When the Dodge trucks
Oh,
come in and so you like how many drivers do you think are gonna change manufacturers to the Dodge trucks?
Probably quite a few.
Also, hello, Jacob.
Hello, friends.
Hi, Jacob. Welcome to the booth.
I appreciate it. I decided to quickly change career paths from driver to broadcast booth.
Why do you think you never see me out there?
Right-hand turns is not Jacob's forte.
I mean, I was born in Indiana. I'm genetically incapable of turning a race car to the right. But
no. Here's the thing.
On pavement. Let me clarify.
Apparently. No, go ahead, DJ.
No, I said I was just saying I can't do it on pavement because I guess on dirt you kind of have to turn to the right, but I don't do that either.
So here's the funny thing about that. Like, apparently I'm pretty good with the road courses in our Wednesday night in our bottom split series so far, but with GT3s, it's completely different, obviously, because it's not obviously it's not because it's a stock car, but they also handle completely different. They have different components. The braking is completely different. It's insane how completely they handle it differently. It's just, you wouldn't think something like this in iRacing is different, but it is. To those of you who are listening, and don't believe us, try it out for yourselves. Because trust me, it's true.
Yeah, Montegi is not in the truck fix setups either. That's a bummer.
I mean, you could always just allow one open setup race a season.
I'm sure somebody... Let's see. Ooh, there's some interesting setups in the truck and the Xfinity. I'm like, I didn't expect to see that there. Yeah, no Montegi
Suzuka in the trucks?
Suzuka in the trucks, yeah, no.
Hey, I think I've had my fill for Suzuka for a little bit.
Well, I mean, you know,
No.
wet pavement doesn't really help things. And
Well, DJ, I was saying, I guess your 5% of chance of forecasted rain did its job.
well, it was 1% during the race. It didn't tell me that it was going to be wet when we got there.
Didn't say anything about being 100% before the race.
Right.
I was telling Eric, I said when I was putting the schedule together, I said, what if I put together a schedule where it was like Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta 2022, iRacing Super Speedway.
Oh my
We
gosh.
should take the COT cars and the 87 cars to iRacing Super Speedway.
No, let's not do that. Bad idea.
I-
As the one who generally gets up in the air, bad idea.
I did a Carb Cup race at iRacing Super Speedway once, and like never again.
I did too.
Never again. That like I mean, it's so wild how wide that track is.
And the banking in the turns is insane.
Yeah, there's some interesting fixed setups in both the truck and the Xfinity.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford Speedway's in there. You've got LA Coliseum. No, not that.
Please don't.
I draw the line. Five Flags is in there.
Five Flags is fun.
Yeah, last year, for the Xfinity season, we were looking at the road course, and obviously we settled on the Roval, and it was down to the very last second where I almost put the Chicago street course in there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm already there's some difficult moments here. I don't want to do that, but then I'm like, the Roval, I guess that might actually be worse in some cases.
I was about to say I would probably prefer Chicago. I prefer Chicago compared to the Roval, and that's coming from the guy who finished second.
I stayed on track for the Roval. I'm happy about that.
I was getting close to the disqualification spot, so I just parked myself. I'm like, actually parking myself, I'll finish better than if I get disqualified right now.
Braden or Robert came on to the last lap, and he had enough points to where he could just blow the front stretch chicane and not get a penalty.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, you get the slowdown though.
I mean, yeah, but it was the last lap.
Yeah, I mean they just penalize you after you cross, but I mean if there's no one else around, whatever. All right, we're at about 16 minutes to go in our last 60-minute session of the year. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in with us this year. This has been a marathon, but at the same time, it's been a lot of fun. And I'm trying to count on the top of my head how many live streams we've done this year. Okay, so 30, 58. I think this is like our 67th or 68th live stream this year. My math is adding up correctly.
It's impressive. It's very impressive.
It's getting that, and getting that put together, and you've got, Taka, who did the IndyCar series, our IndyCar series on the upfront for the first season, and then Jackson stepped in and did Tuesday and Wednesday night. Hunter did the first season of Bottom Split. and Trevor Kratzer, who handled 2 seasons this year of Wednesday Night Dash before he went off to college and wasn't taking a sim rig with him. I mean, it's just a lot of people behind the scenes that put these broadcasts together. It's it's not just me, it's not just Derek that put this together. It's our wives getting upset at us for all the time we spend on this, and
Yeah. As someone who's about to get married here in 2 weeks, yeah, I can already confirm about that.
So I'm going in and I have this all set up. I got my where I do the garage talk. I'm sitting at this desk and I have a second monitor I keep under the desk, and I plug it in and get it set up, and I'm loaded. And she's like, "You're doing another live stream?" I said, "It's like we have a family, like a digital calendar downstairs, and I put all the live streams on like a Google Calendar and sync it to that. And I'm like, look, anytime you see orange on the calendar, like, this isn't new. We've been doing this all year." It's like, I didn't look at the calendar. Like, well, that's not my fault. It is, but it's not. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Well, guys, if you want a little bit of insider info for this, from what I understand, or at least from what I have been told from before I left our voice chat from SMR, Colton has not pitted yet, and from what I understand, he doesn't plan on pitting. Apparently, he saved enough fuel. That's what he told me.
No kidding.
So we'll see what happens with that. That'll be something to pay attention to as we've got 14 minutes.
Derek has
I don't believe he has either. So that'll be definitely something as we approach the 13.5-minute mark here at Suzuka. So we've got that's roughly about 6 or 7 laps, depending on when you cross the line for the white flag with how much time is left. But we will see how that goes for both Derek and Colton.
I mean, I think Derek, after shaking off Tyler, after Tyler spun out, I think Derek started going a bit easier to save gas.
So Chris.
Yeah, and that's. Go ahead.
I was just saying, Chris just said in the chat, WND season opener, wives and girlfriends instead of normal drivers. Chris, that's the significant other challenge that I've been trying to do.
Oh, no.
That's what I've been trying to do for the last 3 years. I've got like 6 people committed to this thing, and I said if we can get it to like 10 to 15, we're doing it.
As I say this now, like I said, I'm getting married here in 2 weeks. As my future wife, I don't know if she would do that. She might. I mean, but as someone who, yeah, as someone,
all of us have said that.
As someone who I've been together over the last 6 years, and she has come to know what I love, and not only NASCAR but motorsports, she's accepted the fandom that I have for motorsports, and she sees what I do on here, and she sees. I hate to sound like that I'm boasting myself, but she sees how much work that I've put in, really since joining with you guys, DJ. Because before that, I was only doing AI single player stuff, and definitely the officials to get my C license to do what I can, and that would be to get up to the trucks and whatnot. But she has seen how much work I've been able to put in, and I feel like our team can definitely attest to how much work that we put in as well. And that goes to everybody in here, I believe, because it's no joke. When people say that this is the most realistic online simulator there is for motorsports, there's no comparison to it, really.
100%.
Sure, you've got, what is it? Le Mans, there's like a Le Mans simulator out there as well. But from what I understand and what people who do this as well have told me, this is top notch. So
now, DJ, are you laughing at what John said?
I'm reading through the chat right now. Fantastic.
Chris is bringing up bribing them, and then John's just firing shots at his teammate.
At his own teammate.
We got beef.
No, a few years ago when I pitched this idea, I got on like Zoom with Eric, and his wife comes home, and number one, I've never met Eric's wife in person. I've talked to her a handful of times on Zoom, and she groans every time I text Eric. Like, you know, it's I've gotten to that point where I'm that guy. I mean, it works the other way. Eric texts me and my wife groans. Like, you know, it is what it is. But it's like, you know what? I've known Eric since 1994. You know, I met you in 2007. So. He came first. No. Anyway.
Man, I'm just sitting here at 20, almost 21 years old.
So,
Honor.
So she comes over and I'm like, all right. I go. She comes onto the video and I'm like, okay, you can call me an idiot. I know you already think I'm an idiot. That's fine. I accept that. But hear me out. And I pitched the significant other challenge idea to her, and I just see it on her face like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to say yes. So she committed to it, and we got a handful of others, but it's just like 2026 is the year we do the significant other challenge. I'm going to make it happen.
I'm for it. I'm game.
The plan... The plan was we were going to do a cup car. We're going to pick a track that, like, we don't want them to just send them out to Daytona or something like that. And just...
So, like, Kansas.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like, I think Kansas, like, I keep going back to Kansas is the place to do it. And we get, like...
Kansas is a good beginner track, though.
It is. It really is. And we give you, like, 3 months to coach them. And we do this. We schedule a broadcast, and I'll broadcast it, and I'll you are the crew chief, you are the coach, you are the agitator for them, and
you're spotting your significant other.
Yep.
And I'll be sitting over here at the desk, and you know what? Actually, you know what? I don't want to even call. We'll get Jackson to jump in, or Talker, or somebody. Jump in and call the race. That way I can... No, don't do that! I'll get, like, slapped at while I'm like, no! Too much! You're overdriving! You're killing your tires!
You gassed it up too early. Now you spun.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Colton, he is not backing down.
No,
he
he's
may
not.
be 45 seconds behind. He's pushed off the track a couple times, but he's keeping it straight. I'm telling you, if Booker somehow, some way runs out of fuel, this is going to get interesting. I don't know how close they are now, but folks, I'm telling you, if this somehow turns into a fuel mileage race,
What the heck?
keep an eye on Booker and Colton.
Well, you're gonna have to, because the overlay just crashed. It just says not found in the corner. Great.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so I was trying to pull up the driver details and look at the lap times here, but yeah, I crashed it. Cool. Man, that sucks. All right, well. We got about 7 minutes to go, so I'll have to, we'll do this radio style, I guess. Derek
I'm taking shots from Garrett because
hey, you got the mic.
said
you got the mic.
He said I feel like Connor should call it since he's significant other list. Were the words that he said.
That's rough.
Oh, we're gonna. Oh,
that's
man.
rough.
Someone call the fire department. We got a bird.
Which, I mean, fair, but like at the same time, no.
Oh man, ouch. So I am.
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's rough.
Mr. Air 404.
Alright, that's it.
Oh.
That's it. Week 1 Wednesday Night Dash. He's getting Matt Kinson.
No, don't say that. You can't say that. Connor, that's not in the BRR budget.
Sure,
No,
it's not in
not
the BR
her,
budget, but
I
it's
did.
also.
Or, I'm sorry, I did.
Last I checked, the Wednesday Night Dash rulebook does not specifically say that I can't do that.
Oh my gosh, Connor, behave, Connor.
Yeah, they need an on-air light put on the door. People running in here like yelling at me, like, "Excuse me."
So what do you want?
Wednesday Night Dash legal rules.
Like to place an advanced order of Fuge spray, please.
There you go, Connor.
Now available at Costco. Not really. Don't
Not sponsored.
Don't go into Costco because they're gonna look at you like you're insane if you ask for that.
Mm.
Connor, you just got sacked.
That's fair.
Woot. Oh man, this means I'm gonna have to do everything for
Well, yeah.
BRR now.
Yeah, congratulations, new captain of BRR.
Well,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I guess I'll go join Team BS.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, as we're winding down this race,
5 minutes to go. Not found overlay.
the not found overlay. Yeah. Really quick, I did want to say that DJ, I don't know if you saw what I put on my Instagram story the other day, today actually, but I will be joining Wednesday Night Dash for next season, and I will more than likely be joining IRWS starting next season. So,
yes, excellent.
So I am looking forward to the new opportunities here.
It's
to learn a lot more.
Yeah, looking forward to having you out there. Eric's our number one goal is IRWS recruiting. So you want to race Indy cars on Tuesday night? we have the league for you. So links actually in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube right now, or head to frracingonline.com/IRWS. We don't have the schedule posted there yet, but we'll soon.
Jacob,
And honestly,
I've already made you a paint. If you ask for more, you know the rules.
I know. For those of you that don't know, and this is kind of an inside joke at this point between Connor and I. So Connor made me a one-off Logitech paint scheme based off of my Wednesday Night Dash paint scheme that I have had this past season, with the blue, the black, and the white as well. And he told me after it was done, he said, if you request another paint scheme for the IndyCar, you're going to be billed $5. To which I replied, I'll just buy you a 10-piece nugget at Wendy's for that.
There you go. That's a good trade.
Yeah, and then he asked me for a Corvette paint scheme.
I did ask him for a Jeff Gordon Corvette paint scheme, and that didn't work so well.
A Corvette paint scheme, it might be worth a Baconator.
Baconators are good.
I think I did say I'd pay him for that, but he's like, no, I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah, no, the flames just would not have been fun on that body. No.
Which is fair. But yeah, definitely looking forward to IRWS. Try saying that 5 times fast. Next season, because, and honestly, Indy left a really sour taste in my mouth. That was a rough deal. Because we were leading with like 10 to go or so. Caution comes out. We were more than likely going to win that race, just because we were on the right pit strategy. Everything was going right, and then it didn't, obviously. Excuse me.
Classic, yeah. It was
then,
going right until it didn't. All right.
Yeah, right.
And then last minute.
And then, as it usually goes, everything broke loose. We were involved in that late race wreck, and everything fell apart on the overtime, quote unquote, but the unofficial green white checkered restart, which it left a sour taste in my mouth. But you know what? We are going to be there next year. I think we're going to have a lot of fun this coming year with BR and SMR, and we're just looking forward to having some fun and proving that we belong here.
And you know what? All that chaos started because Eric tried to go 3 wide into turn 1. That did not go well.
I would have been in the broadcast booth for that one, but I wasn't able to make it.
That was.
Oh, that would have been entertaining.
Such a wild final lap, and I've got some kind of fill out the rest of the year, some social media clips, and I just need to get that last lap. I have the footage already pulled. I just have to edit and get it published. But that last lap was insane. And then when Derek wrecked Colton had one of those. I thought his rear wing was about to fall off, and it did fall off, but then it reappeared back on and attached to it. I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" But that was.
All right, guys. As the checkered flag falls, we got Derek Booker P1.
Indeed. I would show you.
Oh no, Colton.
I would show you the last results here, but my overlay crashed.
We are waiting on P2 right now. We might be here for a little bit. Congrats to Booker
good
for the win.
Yes, indeed.
Bye, Bill.
Bye, Bill.
Bye, Bill. But yeah, it's our last formal event of the year, but we'll be doing some unofficial stuff, some testing. We got the Indy Light car that we wanted to try out. We're not planning any league or anything. Can't really form a development league if you can't even fill your primary league. So, but we want to at least get it out there and try it in a race environment. So we'll probably have that sometime in the next month. But yep, January 7th, Wednesday Night Dash. So there you go. Colton Garner finishing second, Tyler Cheney in third, Bill Mulfield fourth, and Jacob exited and decided to come visit us. So Jacob, again, thanks for stopping by. Connor, appreciate as always finishing up the booth here. So I don't know if anybody's hopping in or not, but you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. So again, appreciate everybody tuning in. This was, I think, our 67th or 68th live stream of the year, and it just, things really took off over the summer, and this is all what we've been working towards. And again, thank all the people behind the scenes that do all this work, making these broadcasts happen. And of course, thank all the drivers for coming out every week and believing in us when we, Eric and I started this. It's a lot of people try to start leagues in iRacing, and many of them never take off or they fall apart. And we're coming into Wednesday Night Dash now for our starting our fourth full year of it in January, and it just continues to get better. We're going to continue to tweak the rules and try to keep things fair and reasonable, but it really makes life easier when you have the people out there that you do coming out and racing every week. And tempers do happen. That's just human nature, but we move on, and we move on to the next one. So again, for our guest commentator Jacob Barker and my partner Connor Fuge. Actually, before we wrap it, Colton Gardner stopped by. Hi, Colton.
Hello.
This you're gonna enjoy watching the replay of this broadcast if you didn't have that have it open. I was actually about to end this, but the chat tonight was all time legendary.
There was a slight bullying of Connor.
No, it wasn't slight.
It's just, we almost had to call the fire department.
It's a good thing that one of our sponsors is a fire department.
It does help.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. And looks like Tyler's in here with us. Tyler, good evening.
Howdy.
Congratulations on the so you got third tonight, Colton second, and I understand this was your first time in this car.
This is actually my first time touching a GT3 car at all, ever in my life, so I was pretty impressed with my performance. I thought it was going to be way worse, not going to lie.
You know what? There's a reason why I don't do this, but you made it look really easy tonight, and I have that false confidence now that maybe I can do this. No, I can't, but that's why I'm up here. Oops.
That's how I felt at Richmond.
That's how I felt tonight.
That ignorance until you get out there, but yeah, you really held your own tonight. Had good battles with Derek, and yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, no,
you
definitely.
coming out.
Of course, man. Yeah, the battle with Derek was very fun. I enjoyed that. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to be up in that position anyway. I thought I was going to be one of the back markers just spinning out every other lap. But no, the Porsche actually held together most of the race. Kind of got tight on me later in the run, so I started falling back a little bit. And then it turns out they were saving fuel to make it up to the end without having to stop. So I ended up just kind of falling way off in the back. Ended up third, though. Still happy with it.
Yeah, of course. Walking away on the podium your first time out in a car that you've had no practice on. That's
yeah, I ran about 10 laps this afternoon. That was it.
There you go. Oh man, this chat's been legendary tonight. So, and Colton,
This
as
is
I
a
was
great
saying,
chat.
yeah, Colton had a rough start, but you kind of picked it up towards the end.
Yeah, I was just trying to get the car under me. I've not really turned any laps at this track, and this car is pretty crazy around this track, and I figured while I was taking my time to get to know everything, I would just save some gas while I was at it and get used to the car and everything, and started picking up the pace about halfway through the race, and I was genuinely surprised with the speed that I was able to carry. I was not expecting to get out of like 210 this race.
Oh man, yeah. So we had a decent turnout tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll get the schedule out in December for next year. Well, obviously, we'll be hitting Daytona first and prep for the Daytona 24. So we'll be hitting that up in early January. So we'll have that schedule out here very soon. Again, you guys have to go back and listen. We kind of teased the Wednesday Night Dash schedule for next season. I don't know, Connor. What do you think? We got about 6 tracks identified so far.
Let's see, the 2 that are confirmed, the 2 out of the 3. About 5 or 6.
Yep. So.
Oh, this just means I got to go back and listen for it now.
Yeah. Give you an excuse to go back and watch the replay. I wasn't planning on hyping the schedule. I mean, the only reason I haven't published it is we're just trying to make sure we don't, overload a week and have 4 sessions again. And so far, we aren't. But
we also teased a little bit of the ARCA schedule too.
Yeah, we did decide on bottom split. We are going to go to Lime Rock Park this season. That's the only race that's on the calendar so far. So I got to get to work on that.
Well, I tell you what. First of all, DJ, I think we can all thank you for the work that you and Eric have put in, not only this year but in years past to get everything going and whatnot. So thank you for that. You guys bust your butts for us to make us look good, and I hope that we make you look good as well for everything that you've done for us. And I hope that, like I said, we can at least return the favor for you by putting on good shows 3-4 times a week. And do what we can. But going back to the ARCA and bottom split series, I think that's going to be fun. Whatever the schedule is, that's going to be fun because last season, the inaugural season for that was a very, very fun first season for the series, and I hope that that continues for a good while.
Yeah, and that's, when we thought about the development league, just getting more oval experience for the less experienced drivers. Don't want to call them back markers because we're not. but getting that extra experience out there, and I basically said, like, hey, you know what? Let's just set this up exactly like the official session, but let's keep the toxicity of the official session, ARCA sessions, out of here. And and it's if it wasn't for league racing, I probably would not still be hanging around here, because officials drive me nuts. But like, you put a good group together that comes out repeatedly for these league sessions, and it's a ton of fun. I know my wife gets really irritated with all the time I spend on this, but I can take that heat. That's fine. I enjoy myself. I really appreciate all of you guys for coming out every week, and like you said, putting on a good show, and that's what we're trying to do. And thank everybody again for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this because we're getting towards the end of the session here. So this is our last official session. Maybe we might have a surprise impromptu event later on before the end of the year, but otherwise tune in January 7th, Wednesday Night Dash from Chicagoland Speedway. Have a good holiday season, everybody, and we'll see you next year.